Hello, this is Retta. Welcome to Rich Girl Math. We talk about investing for women. Grab your bottle of water, settle in, and let's learn today. Nobody teaches women how to invest, so we do. Do add your comments, share, and subscribe to our channel. Quick disclaimer before we start. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. You've probably told yourself this 1,000 times. I'll start investing when I earn more money, when I get that promotion, when I have $5,000 saved up, when things settle down financially. It sounds reasonable, right? It feels responsible even. But I'm here to tell you that waiting is actually the most expensive mistake you'll ever make. And the math is so brutal that once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let me show you why. If you're new here, please hit subscribe, because we're about to break down the exact numbers that prove why time in the market beats the size of your initial investment every single time. And trust me, this changes everything. Let's start with two scenarios. In scenario 1, you invest $50 per month, starting right now, today, at age 25. You do this consistently for 40 years, until retirement at 65. In scenario 2, you wait 10 years. You tell yourself you'll start when you're 35, when you've earned more, when things are better financially. But here's the problem. When you finally start at 35, you feel like you need to catch up. So you invest $500 per month for those remaining 30 years until retirement. Which one wins? The person investing $50 for 40 years or the person investing $500 for 30 years? The answer will shock you. The person who invested just $50 per month starting at 25 ends up with approximately $470,000, assuming an average annual return of 8%. The person who waited, who invested 10 times as much per month, but started 10 years later, ends up with approximately $350,000. That's $120,000 less, despite investing $500 a month instead of $50. Let me say that again because it's important. Waiting 10 years and then investing 10 times as much money results in $120,000 less at retirement. That's the price of waiting. That's what your "I'll invest when I earn more" excuse actually costs you. But here's the thing that really matters. And this is where most people miss the point. It's not about the $50 being magical. It's about time. Time is the single most powerful force in investing. It's more powerful than the amount you invest. It's more powerful than how smart you are about picking investments. It's more powerful than luck. Time is the force that compounds your money year after year after year. When you invest at 25, you're not just investing for 40 years. You're putting your money to work earning returns. And then those returns earn returns. And then those returns earn returns on top of that. By the time you're 65, you've harnessed 4 decades of compound growth. The $50 you invested in month 1 has become hundreds of dollars. But more importantly, the returns on that $50 have become thousands of dollars. When you wait until 35, you only get 30 years of that magic. You're missing the most powerful decade of compound growth. The first decade is the most important because every dollar is compounding for the longest period of time. That single $50 investment made at 25 has 40 years to grow. That same $50 investment made at 35 only has 30 years to grow. It's worth dramatically less at retirement. Now, let's talk about what you're actually doing when you wait. You're not being responsible. You're not being smart. You're actually engaging in one of the most expensive forms of financial self-sabotage. You're telling yourself a story that goes like this: I don't have much money now, so investing would be silly. I need to get my financial house in order first. I need to earn more. I need to be more stable, and then I'll invest. But here's the reality. There is no magic income level where investing suddenly becomes worth your time. There is no salary threshold where compound growth starts working. Compound growth works exactly the same way, whether you're investing $50 or $5,000. The math is identical. The only variable that changes is how much money you end up with at the end. And here's what's truly insidious about this mindset. The people who are waiting to earn more are often the people who need compound growth the most. If you're struggling financially right now, you can't afford to wait for compound growth. You desperately need those decades of returns working in your favor. You need that money growing while you sleep. You need that $500 becoming $5,000, becoming $50,000. But instead, you're pushing it off, telling yourself a comforting lie about starting later when you have more. Let me give you another example, because I want this to really sink in. Imagine 2 people. Person A invests $100 per month starting at age 22. Person B invests $500 per month, but doesn't start until age 32. Both retire at 65. Person A invests $100 a month for 43 years. That's $51,600 invested. Person B invests $500 a month for 33 years. That's $198,000 invested. Person B is putting in almost 4 times as much money. So surely person B comes out ahead, right? Wrong. Person A ends up with approximately $620,000. Person B ends up with approximately $550,000. That's $70,000 less, despite investing nearly 4 times as much total money. The 10-year head start was worth $70,000. That's the cost of waiting. That's what your excuse is costing you. Now I want to address the objection you might be having right now. You might be thinking, but I really don't have any extra money right now. I'm barely getting by. How can I possibly invest? And I hear that, I really do, but I'm going to challenge you on this. You almost certainly have $50 a month. You might not think you do. You might feel like every dollar is spoken for, but if you actually tracked your spending, you'd probably find $50 hiding somewhere. $50 a month is $1.60 per day. That's less than a coffee. That's less than a lunch. That's less than a streaming subscription. I'm not saying you should cut everything out of your life and live like a hermit. I'm saying that $50 a month is such a small amount that it's almost certainly available to you if you actually look for it. And here's the magic part. Once you start, even with that tiny amount, something shifts psychologically. You become an investor. You start paying attention to your money. You start thinking about returns and growth and your future. You start making better financial decisions in other areas of your life. You stop spending money as carelessly. You start seeing yourself as someone who builds wealth, not someone who waits for wealth to happen to them. That's worth more than the actual investment amount. That's worth more than the compound growth. Though the compound growth is obviously incredibly valuable, but the psychological shift that comes from being an investor rather than a waiter, that changes everything. You start to see the world differently. You start to notice opportunities you didn't see before. You start to make different choices because you see yourself as a wealth builder. Let me drive this home with one more scenario. This one really illustrates the true cost of waiting. Imagine you're 25 years old and you commit to investing just $50 per month. At age 26, you realize this is working. You see the magic of compound growth starting to happen. You feel motivated. You increase your investment to $100 per month. At age 28, life improves financially. You increase to $200 per month. By the time you're 35, you're investing $500 per month because you've watched your money grow for a decade and you believe in it. But here's the thing, you still have 30 more years until retirement. You're not behind anymore. You're ahead. You're way ahead. Because you started with that $50, you had a full decade of growth. By the time you're increasing your contributions, you're increasing on top of a much larger base. Your compound growth is working on much more money. You end up wealthy. Now compare that to the person who waited. At 35, they finally start with $500 per month. They have no track record of growth. They have no emotional attachment to investing. They have no evidence that it works for them. Maybe they get discouraged when the market dips. Maybe they stop investing. Maybe they jump around to different investments. They definitely don't have the psychological confidence that comes from watching your money grow for a decade. They end up less wealthy, with more regret. This is why I'm telling you that waiting is the most expensive mistake you'll ever make. It's not just about the math, though the math is compelling enough. It's about the psychological momentum. It's about the belief you build in yourself. It's about the compound effect of making better financial decisions because you see yourself as an investor. It's about watching your money work for you instead of wondering when you'll finally be able to start. So what should you actually do? You should start today. Not when you earn more. Not when you have a big lump sum. Not when things are more stable. Today. Even if it's just $50. Even if it's $10. Start. Open an investment account. Set up an automatic transfer. Make it so that money leaves your account before you even see it. Because once you see it, you'll spend it. But if it leaves automatically, you'll adjust. You'll find a way. You'll make it work. Choose an index fund or a low-cost mutual fund. Don't overthink it. Don't try to pick individual stocks. Don't wait for the perfect time to start. Just pick a broad market index fund and set it and forget it. The people who succeed at investing aren't the ones who are the smartest about which individual stocks to pick. They're the ones who invest consistently and never stop. They're the ones who started early and let time do the work. Let me be clear about something. I'm not saying you should invest money you need for emergencies or essential expenses. If you don't have an emergency fund, you should probably build one first. 3 to 6 months of expenses is a good target. But once you have that cushion, you should be investing. You should be putting money away regularly, automatically, without thinking about it. You should be harnessing the power of time. And if you're thinking this doesn't apply to you because you're already 35 or 40 or 50, I want to tell you something important. It still applies. Yes, you've lost some time. Yes, the math is less dramatic. But time is still the most powerful force. You still have decades of compound growth ahead of you. You still need to invest. You still need to start today, not wait for some future moment when things are better. There is no future moment. There's only now. This is the insight that changes lives. Time beats amount. Consistency beats perfection. Starting beats waiting. You don't need to be rich to start investing. You just need to start. You need to harness the power of time. You need to let compound growth work for you, instead of against you. The cost of waiting is too high. The price of the I'll invest when I earn more excuse is $100,000, or $200,000, or more, depending on how long you wait.